Hello and welcome. It's Tuesday the 16th of June, going into the early hours of Wednesday morning. It's day 6 of World Cup 26. I'm Lee Anthony Davis and welcome to my World Cup 2026 YouTube channel. Coming up, World Cup final score, sports report, group tables, look at tomorrow's matches, contenders section, quiz question section, goals of the day, and of course news and weather. Right, we start off with the World Cup final scores. Group G, Iran 2, New Zealand 2. Group I, France 3, Senegal 1. And in the same group, Iraq 1, Norway 4. Right, let's have a look at the sports report. Yesterday, Saudi Arabia played Uruguay, and so we start with Group H and yesterday's match between Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. Both teams know how important the win will be after Spain's slip-up in their group, and it was Uruguay started strongly and to force the issue. The Uruguayan strikers Darwin Núñez and Manuel Ugarte were frustrated with the Saudi Arabian goalkeeper Al Owais, who made some brilliant saves. Then, with just 4 minutes to go before half-time, Saudi Arabia had a corner, and the first to rise in the box was Mohamed Kano, whose powerful header could only be pushed away by the Uruguayan goalkeeper, and there was Abdullah Al-Amari to poke the ball in to give Saudi Arabia a 1-0 lead at half-time. In the second half, the Uruguayans became much improved as they picked themselves up and to push for the equaliser, and it came on the 80th minute when the ball was crossed in and headed by Federico Venus at the goalkeeper, who can only push it out, where Uruguayan Maxi Araújo latched onto the loose ball to make it 1-1, and there it stayed to the final whistle, where both teams earned a point and go above Spain on goals scored in Group H. Right, moving on. The next report is Iran versus New Zealand. And so to Group G, where Iran opened their account and, putting their troubles aside, concentrated on the match against the New Zealand team. Both teams started brightly enough, but it was New Zealand who broke the deadlock when Elijah Just, the Motherwell forward, put New Zealand 1-0 in front as early as the 7th minute with a volley past the Iranian goalkeeper. New Zealand kept up the pressure until the 32nd minute, when Iran struck to make it 1-1 with a terrific goal from Ramin Reza Lan in the second half. Chris Wood fired at the Iranian goal but just went over. Then Chris Wood went storming ahead into the Iranian box and passed to Elijah Just, whose shot beat the Iranian goalkeeper to make it 2-1 to New Zealand, and Elijah Just's second goal of the match in the 54th minute. In an end-to-end exciting match, Iran fought back with a cross coming in from Reza Lan and a header from Mohamed Mohabi to make all things square at 2-2, and Iran go joint top New Zealand on more goals scored in Group G though. So Iran hold their heads up high with a fabulous result, while New Zealand still search for their very first win in a World Cup. Right, moving on to Group I, France took on Senegal, and this match has a sort of bitterness for France. They played them in 2002, opening match like this one, and they were the world champions, and you guessed it, Senegal beat them 1-0, and France went out the whole World Cup. They didn't qualify for the knockout stage that year. So anyway, this time it was different. It turned out France were too good for Senegal on the day, and even a disallowed penalty wasn't going to spoil France's party, with goals from Mbappe scoring twice on 66th minute and the 96th minute into injury time, and also from Frenchman Bacola on the 82nd minute with a consolation goal coming from Senegal's Mbappe. France running out 3-1 winners with top of the Group I with Norway. So they go top with Norway, but Norway, as I will explain in a second as I do my report for that, actually have a better goal scoring average against than France has. You'll see. Here we go. Group I, Norway versus Iraq. So let's have the final report on the other game in Group I between Norway and Minor's Iraq. And it was Manchester City's Erling Haaland scoring 2 goals on his debut, and Norway eventually running out 4-1 winners. But not before Iraq cancelled out 1-0 lead scored by Haaland in the 29th minute for Norway's courtesy of Iraq's forward header in the 39th minute from Aman Hussein to make it 1-1. But Haaland had the final say by putting Norway 2-1 in front before half-time. In the second half, Norway dominated with 2 more goals from Norway's Leo Ostengard in the 76th minute, and to add salt into the wound, Iraqi scorer put the ball in his own net 6 minutes into injury time, and so Norway goes top in Group I on goal difference. There you are. Right, moving on, we'll look at the group tables now, and in Group G, Iran and New Zealand are basically topping the group only just because they have scored more goals than the other two. Belgium third with Egypt fourth, and they're all on the same amount of points. Looking at Group I, Norway top the group through goal difference because they scored more goals than France. France won as well, as you know, today at 3-1 against Senegal, and Iraq was beaten convincingly 4-1 at Norway. So this is the final outcome of today's group. Norway topped the group with France joint 3 points in second, Senegal third, and Iraq left at the bottom with fourth. And also they have a bad deficiency in goals, so they have to score 4 goals in the next 2 matches to stay with a good goal difference of qualifying, if you understand that. It's technical, but it will come to fruition in the end. You'll understand how it works. But I will explain as we go along the World Cup when it gets to that dicey stage where teams who finish third in all those groups are going to be separated by certain aspects like goal difference. If not, it'll be something else and something else and something else. I have explained it in one of my short videos when I was doing looking at the groups. Alright, so you can have a look at that later on my YouTube channel. Right, moving on. Tomorrow's matches. In Group J, Austria will be playing Jordan very shortly. It's at 5 AM in the morning at Santa Clara in USA, live on BBC One. So if you can stand if you've got the endurance to stand this World Cup, you can watch that match live at 5 AM in the morning. Right, moving on. Group K, USA, Houston Stadium at 6 o'clock. Portugal will face the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, Group L also will be staging the big one. It's at Arlington Stadium in America at 9 PM live on ITV. England versus Croatia. That is the big game for me, so I look forward to it. Right, moving on. It's time for the Contenders section. And remember, this is to do with quickest goals, the longest goals scored in the World Cup, and of course the Golden Boot Award. We have the top 3 best teams who've scored more goals and the worst 3 teams who've conceded goals. But we start with the quickest goal, and still Felix Menencher of Germany, who's the quickest goal scorer in the 6 minutes. That was against Curacao when they beat them 7-1. Right, the longest goal was scored by Giovanni Reina of America against Panama in the 98th minute. That means injury time plus 8 minutes. Right, moving on. The Golden Boot Award. These are the players who scored the most goals in the World Cup. And we have some new leaders. We've got Erling Haaland for Norway, 2 goals. Joint first with Elijah Just of New Zealand, who also bagged 2 goals today. The old leaders are Yasin Ayari, who scored 2 goals for Sweden, and Kyle Havertz for Germany scored 2 goals. Not forgetting a new one that's joined the top 6. Kylian Mbappe scored 2 goals today for France against Senegal. So, and also he's been, as you'll see, there's the goal of the day. He'll definitely be my choice. Anyway, and obviously propping up the 1 goal brigade is Raul Jimenez of Mexico, who scored 1 goal. He's currently lying in 6th place, leading many others with 1 goal. But that's all to change tomorrow and the day after. Right, the top 3 teams that have scored the most goals. First is Germany with 7 goals against Curacao. Second, Sweden, 5 goals against Tunisia. And now a new team joining the top 3, Norway, with 4 goals against Iraq. Right, now for the worst conceded goals from a team, the obvious contender is first goes to Curacao with 7 goals against, and then Tunisia with 5 goals against, and third, a new one to join the goal of shame is Iraq with 4 goals conceded. Right, now I'm going to give you a quiz question. It's time for the quiz question section, and I want to know who was the first player to be sent off in a World Cup. Who was the first player to be ever sent off in a World Cup? And the answer is Placido Galindo. I'll say that again, Placido Galindo of Peru, and this was way back in 1930 in one of the group games. Yes, there was a player sent off then, and yes, you would have thought it would have been more recent, around the 90s or 80s, but no, it goes back as far as the very first FIFA World Cup. So that's the answer to that. I've got another question for you now. Here we go. Who was the first African team to reach a World Cup quarter-final? Who was the first African team to reach the first ever World Cup quarter-final? I'll give you a choice. 4 teams. Was it A, Morocco? Was it B, Senegal? Was it C, Angola? Or was it D, Cameroon? Right, I'll give you the answer to that in tomorrow's show. Right, now goal of the day, I've just given away who I think should have goal of the day, and that goes to Kylian Mbappe of France against Senegal. A terrific strike from way out. Bang, right in the corner of the net. No chance of stopping that one. So anyway, I'll have another one tomorrow. Right, we're coming towards the end now, so I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Let's start off with the news, and we'll follow that with the weather. Right, okay, then we'll start off with the news and sports. It's confirmed that Serena will play with her sister Venus at this year's Wimbledon Championships in the ladies' doubles. In other news, a Russian frigate fired 2 warning shots at a British yacht in the British Channel. And now for the weather. Today will start cloudy with a spot of rain and later on sunny spells to be expected. Right, that is it. Just before I go, a result to give you that's not just come in but has been out for a couple of hours now. Group J, Argentina 3, Algeria 0. I will give you a report on that match tomorrow. And currently playing in Group J, that kicked off at 5 AM, is Austria versus Jordan in Group J, and the current score at the moment is 0-0. Right, that's it. My notes can fly away, and it's time for me to go. I'd like to thank you for joining me on my World Cup 2026 YouTube channel. I hope to see you again tomorrow. We've got all the goodies here, as you know, and thank you for watching. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But anyway, don't forget, I've got stuff going on the community boards, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. And don't forget, England are playing later on against Croatia at 9 PM on ITV. And that is it from me. Goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.